Oh, the Desert Sessions. Where to start? Well, if you didn't know, the Desert Sessions is a collaborative mixtape and a concept started with the musical ideas of Joshua Homme in the year 1997. Many artists have contributed on the Desert Sessions, like Brant Bjork, PJ Harvey, Jordy White, Dave Catching, Nick Oliveri, Mark Lanigan, John McBain, Ben Shepherd, John Freese, Chris Goss, Alan Johans, Troy Von Leeuwen, Dean Wien, and many others from the Palm Desert scene itself have contributed as songwriters and musicians to the whole collaboration. There are currently 12 volumes of the Desert Sessions, but today I'm going to focus on the very beginning, the first and second volume, the Desert Sessions Instrumental Driving Music for Felons, and Volume 2, Status, Ship's Commander Butchered. These two EPs would later be released in a bundle as Volume 1 and 2 together. Josh Homme brought together musicians from the bands Monster Magnet, Goat Snake, Earthlings, and Caius, his own band which had split in 1995, and Soundgarden. The first two Desert Sessions EPs were recorded in sessions between August 5th and 12th in 1997 at Rancho de la Luna in Joshua Tree, California, a studio founded by Fred Drake and Dave Catching. The tracks on Volume 1 were engineered by Drake, with Catching and Tony Mason assisting, and featured a total of 9 credited musicians: Josh Homme, John McBain, Ben Shepherd, Alfredo Hernandez, Brant Bjork, the Reverend Ponce Jones, Pete Stahl, Drake, and Catching. Homme would later mix the album, and it was mastered by Tom Baker at Future Disc Studios in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. Volume 1 was initially released alone on vinyl by Man's Ruin Records on November 18, 1997. It later received a re-release with its follow-up, Volume 2, Status Ship's Commander Butchered, on CD on February 24, 1998 as Volumes 1 and 2 together. This album differs from the future Desert Sessions records in that it was recorded solely by Josh Homme's band, The Acquitted Felons. The first Desert Session itself was not actually a session per se, but Homme and his band at the time, The Acquitted Felons, playing for 3 days straight on psychedelic mushrooms. This claim still can't be proved, but since then, Desert Sessions have become legendary, growing in intensity and artistic merit. Homme would later say, "At Desert Sessions, you play for the sake of music. That's why it's good for musicians. If someday that's not enough anymore, or that's not the reason behind you doing it, that's not your most important reason. And a quick reminder like the Desert Sessions can do so much for you, it's amazing. It's easy to forget that this all starts from playing in your garage and loving it." You know, Homme had the right ideas here. I think that's really important. The fact that most people, they do start in garages when they're starting a band or a musical collaboration like this. It's definitely important to note his dedication to the music scene and his dedication to music in general. I think Josh Homme has an incredible work ethic, and he deserves to be recognized for this in full. Inevitably, this would start the beginnings of the Desert Sessions in full. And this album was one that blew me away. The ideas and concepts, the instrumental basis of the tracks, as well as the collaborative mix of musicians who played in it. I liked that it was experimental and it had no real rules, and recorded out in a studio in the desert, a place where peace of mind can lead to creative wonder. In my opinion, this is one of the best Desert Sessions records, being the first, and to be honest, all of the musicians on this record did a really good job. I will definitely be doing more videos on the evolution of the Desert Sessions volumes. There's so much to cover here, and I really like talking about these records and these bands. So if you like this content, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. There will be more, and although they're short right now, I'm working on my production and getting things tighter. So let me know what you guys think about the claim that all of the members would then take psychedelic mushrooms for 3 days while they were recording the first and second Desert Sessions EPs. I myself believe it, knowing the history between these guys and the fact that they were partiers and they did drink beer and smoke weed and take psychedelics pretty normally. I believe it in full. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.